Hello, once again, if you have been pulled into the black dimension. I am Kev, and Donnie is here as well, and we are here to discuss the brand new season, or show rather, of Netflix, Baki Hanma, son of Ogre. All right, what's going on, Donnie?
My man, what's going on? I am great. It is good to be here. I am happy to be here. How are you? How was everything?
Oh, everything's good, man. Just ready to discuss this young warrior right here, as depicted on the screen.
Yep.
Yeah, Baki, for the audience, Baki is basically about the journey of a young man who quest is to become one of the strongest fighters in the world and his ultimate goal is to defeat his father, Yujiro Hanma. Yujiro Hanma is depicted in this particular story as the strongest man in the world. He has many
Strongest
nick
creature.
Yeah, the strongest creature, rather. Yes, because he's above man and animal. Therefore, earning him many nicknames, one of which being the Ogre, thus the title Baki Hanma, son of Ogre. So before we get started, Donnie, how would you rate this 12 episode installment of
Um,
the continuation of the Baki saga?
so maybe I'm biased. I'm a big Baki fan. I've been with Baki since OG Baki, right? Maximum Tournament, the last arc, etc. Right? And I've been in the manga. This is a so this for those who aren't familiar, this is a new iteration. This was Baki Hanma, son of Ogre, as opposed to the original Baki. So this was a new one, and it started off in the prison arc just like this. I was a big fan of this arc. I thought it was way better than the last arc because the last arc was, from my knowledge, was off canon. Um, in addition to that, I think the last arc was a lot of fluff, but this was great. This was great for me. I saw what I wanted to see. I saw some good battles. I saw some shenanigans from Yujiro. I can't complain. So I'll give this an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, Yujiro is like outside of the fighting. He's such a tall tale. Like he just does everything that is impossible for any other human on the planet to do, and
Right.
it's just and I mean like it makes him a great character, and he's also the measuring stick for the main protagonist, who is his son. Now, for those of you who have been keeping up with this for quite some time, Baki has it doesn't even come close to Yujiro, and he's one of the strongest fighters in the show. Now, it starts off at the beginning of a kid that is, I guess he's confronting some bullies, and he's real scared, and he says he wants to see who the strongest is. So these bullies introduce him to Baki, and Baki befriends the kid, and he catches Baki catches this praying mantis, and the kid observes him having this imaginary kind of shadow fight, trying to, I guess, fight what he sees in front of him is a large size praying mantis, and he's trying to get around them and defend, and just trying to do whatever he can to make himself strong enough to beat his dad. So when Yujiro gets wind of this, he kind of laughs it off. So Baki tries to push himself even further. So he does this crazy thing. The president, I guess the president is being guarded by Secret Servicemen in the parade. So he kidnaps the president real fast and takes him to like a room that is close by and demands to get sent to Arizona State Prison. So he can go. So his goal for doing that is to pick a fight with Biscuit Oliver. So yeah, it's lots.
So can we talk about Biscuit Oliver?
Yeah, we can talk about Biscuit Oliver. Biscuit Oliver. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, so first off, I've always noticed about Japanese anime, they always do some slight distance to black folks. I still watching some for some reason, but they always do some slick shit to black folks, right? The black man is always somehow in a thong. He's always bulging with muscles, and he has a weakness for fat white women. Biscuit Oliver is no exception. Starting with his name, what do you think of this man's name?
Biscuit Oliver, yeah. Starting out with biscuit, that's messed up enough, because of course, without making this too political, the butter biscuit has always been a symbol of degradation for us. So, I mean, but that could be taken any kind of name. Biscuit Oliver, Oliver, not too much coming, coming from that, but is the Donnie, it does kind of have a point here. It's like whenever it comes to black people, black men in particular, it has this like this funny little animosity toward us. Like, they just have to make us look just as weak as we possibly can. Like, just like with the Iron Michael thing. Iron Michael was a character based on Mike Tyson, and for some reason he was in prison. So how they presented this, how did they associate? Like, they automatically associated Mike Tyson with prison, and he automatically got job. He automatically jobbed when he got into a fight. He was even afraid to face the other fighters in the prison, and he was one known as the baddest man on the planet. Even like you had guys being fanboys inside the story, but still, Iron Michael was no match for uh, what do they call it? They sent
Mouth.
the mouth. They sent three guys who they
They were
speak
in
each
perfect
other's
unison all
syllables.
the time.
Yeah, and like they work together as they work together as one, like three guys reacting like this in sync just to fight one guy, and they beat the crap out of Iron Michael. Basically, they did this Sonny Liston story, and this white man comes out of nowhere and says that we got to make it to where Iron Michael doesn't fight again because he's coming out of prison, and people going to admire somebody who isn't exactly I would say a champion of the people. So they did,
Hmm.
but let's talk about another character, June Gravara, which is a fictional character that they made up that is supposedly the son of Che Guevara, the revolutionary leader, and he was pretty bad. He was actually the second strongest guy in the prison next to Oliver.
Yeah, I mean, in the manga, he was number two for strength purposes, right? There was a whole set of top 10, but they kind of skipped that. And what they did with it was they called him number two because he was the second Unchained. And eventually you saw the fight between them. What did you think of his battle prowess per se?
I thought his battle prowess was pretty good. Even going against the mouth, which was three guys. He was kind of messing with him, peeing on one of the guys, and then they try to stomp his face out, and then he uses the wind, so to speak, to power up, and becomes really this really fearsome individual. Like when he peed on one of the guys, and then he KOs another one of the guys, and the other guy that got peed on ends up soiling himself with his own piss. So, it just they kind of knocked those guys down like 10 pegs. But I knew he wasn't gonna win against Oliver.
Mhm.
No, I was just like, nah, he's number two for a reason, but he wasn't gonna get past Oliver because, plot device. Baki is there to beat Oliver. Plus,
Right.
for what Oliver has done in the past, as far as his feats of strength and how he's beaten individuals, you know.
Yeah, I thought it was a great anime. I did think it was funny that Oliver carried his big fat woman out in the bed in the middle of the prison. The battle took place, and then Baki jumped in the bed. That was hilarious to me. Like that took me out. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, because they was doing that little, they was doing that little handkerchief. Him and Oliver and June was doing the handkerchief game, and I thought that was a pretty cool thing to do because it's like Oliver was trying to hang on by his pinky. He said he had that much confidence in his grip. But I mean, one thing that I do like about the Baki fights is that they're just knockdown, drag out brawls. They're bloody. They're
Mhm.
teeth crunching, they're bone breaking. I mean,
They don't play.
just savage. You know what was funny in the Shea fight? It was like you thought he had beat Oliver. He was getting all this recognition. Then he said it's just a dream. That man was eating a fist. That man was eating a fist. And yeah, but let's get back to Oliver for a second. Like the way they was having him being treated by Maria. like like Maria was like, for a badass fighter, they made Oliver into kind of a simp, like just taking all kinds of treatment from Maria. But I think, thinking about it, I'm thinking that he's trying to make her feel as good as possible because of the fact that she was once thin and beautiful, but she got sick and they put her on all kinds of meds, and then she blew up to that size. But it was like, but still though, like I guess they were trying to establish that he accepted her when she was thin and beautiful, and he still accepts her, and ultimately he feels the ultimate empathy for her. But I wouldn't be sitting up there being treated like that. I'm like, shit your ass up, shit. Go get some hot
She was
dogs.
abusing the hell out of that man.
Yeah.
And you got to think, he was literally lifting her ass up, carrying her everywhere. He was doing all this exotic shit for the bitch, and she talking crazy. It's so embarrassing, huh?
Yeah, cause deep down she knew who she was. She knew
Simping
that.
ain't easy.
Yeah, yeah, she knew Oliver was lying to her. And I tell these simps all the time, they really don't like the simping you. They gonna do you any kind of way. But yeah, the fight between Baki and Oliver was awesome. Yeah, I am a fan of
Mm.
Baki fights. That's why I like, fighting games. I like such anime such as Dragon Ball Z. Anything that's just got like hand to hand combat, and Baki is a great example. I wish King and Ashura would get off their asses and do some more episodes, but discount Baki. But yeah, yeah, Baki, yeah, this is pretty good. Like I knew Baki was gonna win, of course, because Baki is the main protagonist and he has to come closer to having the ultimate battle with his father. Now, at the end of all this, they after he beat Oliver, and Oliver once again carries his gargantuan wife back to the bed. Uh, yeah. After that, they showed this. I guess some miners or something discovered this 18 million or 1808 million year old fossil with
Pickle!
it was a Tyrannosaurus skeleton, and is this kind of like this really huge man inside the fossil. So that's what's coming next. A character named Pickle. Pickle is a prehistoric man. He's at least 2 to 3 times the size of a normal human, very abnormally strong, and very primal and primitive, which means he has no social skills. So that's going to be a very interesting interaction with Pickle and the current martial artist, because all
Yeah,
these
let
guys
me tell you,
go.
Pickle should be a 23 episode arc. I wouldn't mind a two-parter for that because there's a lot that goes on with Pickle.
Yeah, yeah, and like basically he fits in with the story of Baki, because as soon as he is reanimated, the guys want to fight him automatically. Not knowing what they're getting themselves into. But we'll just have to wait and see. I've kind of read ahead on the comic books, and let me tell you, Pickle is very, very, very violent and and abnormally strong. Uh, but spoiler warning: still scared of the ogre.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no games played, huh?
yeah, no games played. Period. Like even like the ogre's strength and prowess and just overall natural ability transcends time. But I'm definitely looking forward to the next set of episodes. These episodes is pretty good, and Baki really has done good so far as his revival on Netflix. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing more. So yeah, this is definitely a win. And if you are a fan of anime, and especially if you're a fan of Baki, I don't believe you'll be very disappointed. What about you, Donnie?
Oh yeah. No, I think it's a win.
Okay, all right then. So there you have it. We told you, and like I said, go check out Baki Hanma, Son of
Yeah.
Ogre on Netflix. It's 12 episodes, and the binge watch will guarantee that it will be enjoyable for you. But if you disagree and you happen to watch our video, just leave it in the comment section, and we are more than likely to answer, and we can have a little discuss about it, and it'll be fun and interesting to get different points of view from us on these kinds of things. So that should be about it. And like I said, I'm looking forward to the next set of episodes for Baki. When Pickle comes into the story, and shit just gonna take off from there. So, anything else, Donnie? Oh, Donnie seems to be a little awake. Oh, go ahead, Donnie. Okay, all right then. Well, shoot. Well, on behalf of Donnie, this is Kev. You have been pulled into the black dimension. Hopefully, you can find your way out. Baki Hanma, Son of Ogre, now playing on Netflix. Enjoy.